Come on. Bobbin is running away from me. Hello, hello everyone. How are we doing today? I know it's been a little bit, couple days since I've been on, but wasn't able to come on as I wanted to the other day when I said I was going to go ahead and jump back on. Things came up, you know, so I wasn't able, you know, to come on, but that's okay, right? That's okay. So we're going to go ahead and continue with our Jolly Bar Flower Girl block. I did finish, let me show you. Sorry about the pile of mess here. So I did finish the blocks that I showed you last week. So I was able to do that. But again, something came up on that day. So here, I'm going to show you the 6 blocks that I have. This is how that they're going to look. There you go. Here's the pinky one. It's kind of my favorite right now. And here's the 6 blocks. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I didn't work on it anymore because, like I said, I told you guys I wanted to do this with you. So now we're going to work on the green part. I did start the green part a little bit this morning because very tedious. This part is very, very tedious and very time consuming. Okay, hello to everyone who's joining in. So I started chain piecing my my 2 different size blocks. Okay, so I take the little mini ones. We're going to put them in this corner here of this block here, and again we're going to go ahead and stitch from corner to corner on diagonal. We have to do 32 of those, so I did roughly about half. As you can see here, I did about half already, and I chain pieced them, but that's only the one corner. So then I have to go, and the instructions want you to do 2 corners on a diagonal. Okay, so then once I'm done chain piecing all these, I'm going to go ahead and put the second corner piece here and stitch that. Okay, like I said, this is the most tedious part, but I wanted to show you guys, you know, how to make this block. I might just go ahead, let me see, it's really not too much more to it, so you know what, I'm going to show you how to make a full block in just 1 second. Let me finish putting these together, and then I'll show you how to put the entire block together once I do a second set here. Okay, so what you're going to hear is some chain piecing. Okay, actually I'm going to turn the camera so you can go ahead and hold on. Do some sewing here. Okay, now I'm going to do some chain piecing. Go from there. Had a vendor show this weekend, so again I was gonna try and come on Friday afternoon. Things happened, couldn't get on. Then I had a vendor show Saturday, and that was an 8-hour show, so again couldn't come on. I generally don't come on the weekends. It's usually sometime Monday through Friday. I really got to get on a schedule, better schedule, like certain days, you know. I just jump on when I jump on. You know, I don't know if that works for you guys, or if I start, you know, doing a certain time, certain day. But, you know, sometimes things happen and I can't get on. So I do have, you know, family. Just like everybody else, you know, but it is what it is, right? So, I'm so sorry I didn't jump on to finish this the other day. It was supposed to be a one-day project. It's now becoming complicated. Again, real life happens, you know? Real life happens. And this is proof of it. But I didn't work on it, except for this morning for a little bit. I wanted to get a couple of the chain piecings done. So it's not so much for you guys. Because this is very, very tedious, very time consuming. But you know what? If you enjoy it and have fun with it, it's okay. I love it. So that's all that matters. If you love it, it's all that matters. Here we go. I like to lift my presser foot up a little bit just to get it lined up properly, because again, I don't have a fancy sewing machine. It's a regular old sewing machine. Eventually one day I will have a fancy one. That is one of my goals. And from what I understand, they have, you know, higher speeds. I tend to go higher than lower speeds. So, okay, so that's those. All right, so there you go, chain piece the rest of those. And find my scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side for you guys. All right, so now we put one. Now we have to put another one, okay? So I'm just gonna do one here and then show you what we're gonna do. And then show you what we're gonna do. Actually, you know what? That didn't really take too long, so let me just chain piece them real quick. I do have to separate them though, so that takes, oops, excuse me, I'm gonna move you guys again so you can see what I'm doing. You guys like my mini shirt today? Don't mind my hair today. I fell asleep with it. I took a shower last night and then fell asleep right away. It's a whole hot mess. You don't want to see it. So I kind of zoomed over a little quicker than I usually do. Just, you know. But it's okay, right? Everyone can be a hot mess sometimes. Me? All the time. Oh, thanks for all the loving. Thanks for all the liking. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoy this. This is the most time-consuming part. And once we get all these pieces together, per the directions, then the blocks kind of go quicker. But again, we have to prep these as a block. And let me know if you guys want to do, want me to do another, what's it called? Another kit, you know, I can. This is the one kit that I was asked to do by a viewer. So here we go. All right, so now, again, we're going to do all four here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over so you can see the machine. And stitch all these real quick. Quicker possible, right? All right, here we go. And just always make sure that you are aware how much bobbin you have. There's been many times where, oh, like this one here, my bobbin ran out, so I need to restitch that. Okay, I need to restitch that. Let's see, because if not, it's not gonna go well. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn it and do the other side. Oh. Uh-oh. Guess what? My bobbin just cut itself loose. Uh-oh, how'd that happen? Alright, I'm going to switch bobbins real quick. And for these, I don't really care about the color. I have a whole bunch of pre-made bobbins set aside. I'll show you what that looks like in just one second. I have this cool little bobbin winder that I absolutely love. It's by Simplicity Sidewinder. This is my little bobbin winder. So I don't have to use my machine to do it, but guess what? And I have this cute little stand, I think I got it on Amazon, I believe, that holds all my bobbins. So then once it runs out, I put it back in here. Once I get about halfway completed, you know, used up, then I go ahead and take my bobbin winder, it takes me maybe 20 minutes or so to do a whole bunch of them, fill up the tower back up, and off I go, so I can just grab and go whenever I want. And again, anything that I show you on my lives or anywheres, I do not get commission for, so I don't want you thinking that I'm trying to sell you something. I don't get commission for anything that I use here, ever. This is me, myself, and I. I just show you things that I enjoy, that are easy for me to use. And that's it. Again, I don't get commission off of anything that I use. I want you guys to know that. I like to teach. I taught 3 and 4 year olds for a very long time, so I taught pre-K. Very, very long time. But now, I teach you. I teach adults now. I teach veterans, the elderly. So I went from one extreme to the next, right? I can't do anybody in between. You know, teenagers. Nope. No thank you, ma'am. Can't do that. I taught, you know, the little ones, about 4 and 5 year olds for about 20 years now. I'm done. You know, done. I now do this full time. So if you guys are local and want to be taught, we can do in-person teaching or we can do video teaching. Just let me know. Message me privately and then, you know, we can talk about it. But for now, you can catch my lives. Yeah, it seems like I'm going a little slower. It's because I'm talking, though. It's hard to multitask. I'm still tired from this weekend. Didn't really go anywhere. Like I said, I just had my vendor show. But that's okay. Welcome, welcome if you just joined in. Just doing some chain piecing right now. Putting a block together. This is the most tedious, not tedious, but most, I don't know. It's the longest part of this whole block. So once I get all these done, which I have to make 32, which I'm almost done. Almost done with the second half. So I had to do the first half, which is put the one corner, now I'm doing the opposite corner and putting that on. It's going to be one long chain piece. Once we do that, then I'll show you what to do next, because we're going to cut off the corners and do what's called a sew and flip. We sew, we cut it, we flip it. So it becomes part of the square. Got like 6 or 7 left to go. This was actually part of, it's called Jolly Bar Flower Girl, and I was supposed to finish it last week. Last Thursday, Friday, I forget what day it was. But I did not get to do it. Something came up. I did the first part, which I believe, I don't know if I posted it yet. Excuse me one second. Yeah? So sorry about that, guys. That was my father-in-law. He would just want to let me know he was going out for a minute. That's why I said yeah, because he called my name, and I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but I want to make sure he knew I acknowledged him. Uh-oh. Did I not? Doesn't look like I did. I'm gonna count these squares real quick because I'm running low on my mini squares. But I have more of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I'm too short. I wonder, oh, never mind, I found them. They were under, oh my goodness, they were under the sticky note. I was like, I thought I did that right when I counted them. You know, sometimes math happens, you know? Ay. I don't know. Now I think I have more than what I need. But that's, oh no, because we're going to use them in a middle piece. That's right. And the instruction that does tell you that you're not going to use all of one thing, you know, right away. You might use it somewhere else, you know, in a separate section of the block. Or the quilt. So. But once I complete, oh, that's not right. But once I complete, I almost put the right side up, the quilt, then I'm going to go ahead and post all the videos on my page. So you don't worry if you missed my first live on here for this quilt. It's okay, because once I finish, you're going to be able to, I'm going to download it, post it, and then you're going to be able to see part 1, part 2. Haven't decided how many parts I'm going to do this, so we're going to see how today goes and go from there. See, this is one long chain piece. So now we're gonna cut it up. Hello, Minnie. Cut it up and go from there. Oh, excuse me. All right, so excuse my arm. I don't know. All right, so I use sticky notes for everything, so this is how I keep track of what I'm doing or which pieces are which. So we're gonna go ahead and there we go, scissors, and just cut through. There is a simpler way of taking these pieces apart once it's all chained together, and it's called a thread saver or scissor saver, something like that. Let me see if I can look it up. I don't have one of those. I should order one because I chain piece a lot. Let me see. Let me see what it's called real quick. Nope. It's something saver. Nope. Let me just go. It's on, I know the one place I know you can get it is Fat Quarter Shop. So I'm trying to see if I can, here it is. Blade Saver. That's what it's called, Blade Saver. I'll show you what, oh, that's a cute one. No, I don't want to see that one. I don't like that color. Ooh, this one's like, ooh, they got different colors now. Before they only had purple. Oh, look at this fuchsia. I'm going to show you on my phone. So that's a Blade Saver. Okay. You can get it on the Fat Quarter Shop. Again, I do not get any compensation from this company, from any company when I show you products. These are just products that either I'm looking to purchase or that I use on a daily and they're easy for me to use. So up here there's blades on all of them. And you kind of just, oh, don't mind my notifications. When you have a piece, you just kind of go like this on it and it, you know, cuts it through. And it goes so much quicker than a pair of scissors. So eventually, when I get around to it, I'll order one. I'm going to see if they have one on Amazon because I'm impatient. And when I want something, I want it now. Or, I mean, I can try see if, I don't know if Joann's, I have a Joann's that's about 20-25 minutes away from me that I can, you know, try and go to. Or I do have a Hobby Lobby that they built a lot closer, which is nice. I still find myself going to Joann's. I think because I'm so used to going to Joann's for, oh my god, since I was a kid. Hobby Lobby to me is newer. But it's only like 10 minutes away. So I might go on their website, see if they have them on there. And if they do, I can just drive over and pick it up and it's even faster. Or, I also like to price things out. So, I'm going to use my little trash bucket here and it's so cute. I got it at Michael's. It's one of their clearance items for Easter. I was like, okay, an Easter, okay, whatever, cool. But it was already labeled with Easter. I guess the tag or whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. And it was like 70% off, so I ended up paying like $1.50 for this. Fabulous, so cute. But it works as my little trash bin. Alright, so I cut all these up. Well, I separated them, as you can see here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little ruler, okay, and roughly about a 1/4 inch away from the line. So I line up this yellow line here, right on my on my seam, on my thread line. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut that corner off. Okay, I got 2 corners to do. And yes, I am left-handed. I feel like most of us who do this are left-handed. So it's a little awkward for me sometimes. So now what we're going to do is, oh my goodness, allergy season sucks. I'm telling you, allergy season sucks. So we're going to open this up. Okay. I'm going to flatten both sides out. And like I said, none of my products that I use are fancy by any means. I'm more of an old-fashioned girl. Eventually I'll get with the times. Alright, so we're going to have to cut a little teeny bit off here. But this is the general idea of what your block of this little square is going to look like. Okay? But I do have to trim it here and here. Just a teeny tiny little bit. And that's about it. So this should be, yep, 4 1/4. Or no, 1 2 3 1/4, sorry. So we're going to use these. Okay, so I'm going to do 32 of these. So this is going to become a little bit, again, this is the longest part of, is the prep work for this. A lot of prep work, and then once all your prep work is done, that is it. Then it's going to be super duper quick to put the block together. Okay, just a little bit of work. All right, I'm going to put my trash over here. It's just easier for me to do it just like that. Okay, a little bit of work before we get something gorgeous to come together. I have to get more blades. Went to go replace my blade this morning and found out I didn't have any more. I used the last one, didn't even realize. Oh well, it is what it is, right guys? It is what it is. And actually, I usually go this way. I hope you can still see me cut. Yep, we're good. Yep. Alright, I'm just going to put them on a pile over here. Making 64 cuts total. Again, I need to replace my blade, but gotta get to the store to do that. You know, sometimes you just don't feel like going to the store, right? But again, so if you guys are wondering, it's called True Cut. You can use this as a left-hander or a right-hander. So when you take the blade off of here, you can pop it on in here, just switch everything to your liking. It's fabulous. Again, I do not get compensated for any products that I show you here. And I do not work for any of these companies. I wish I did, because I'd have so much fun. Or I'd be broke, one or the other. But still, I would enjoy what I'm doing. I mean, I enjoy what I'm doing now. And eventually I would like to design my own fabric line. I just don't know really how to go about doing that quite yet. I have designs in my head. And I use Procreate to make designs, but I just don't know how to go about getting them to a designer or a company that will do it for me, so I can, you know, sell them as well, make a little bit extra cash. I mean, I'm not well known, so I don't know who would buy my fabric, but I would love to do that. Would love, love, love it. I did watch a video. I forget who it was. I have it saved in my YouTube videos. But I did watch a video on how to, which I'm going to try. Because I have lots of white fabric. But I don't generally like to use white. I'm more of a color girl. So I forget where I got all this white. I think it was just given to me. To be honest, I'm not even really sure. Or maybe I use it for Halloween, no, Christmas or snowmen or something. I don't even know. But, and I says I can print on there using freezer paper, I think it said, because it has that stick, like that glossy to it. Iron that, I think it said iron it on to your fabric, cut your fabric to the size of a regular size paper so you can put it through your regular printer, and then iron, I think it said iron the freezer paper to your fabric, and it should kind of like stabilize, make it like a harder, like almost like a cardstock, and then you should be able to feed it through and print whatever design you want. So I want to try that, but I'm a little skittish about it. I mean, on the video it looked like it went pretty well, but I don't know. It wasn't like a live video. It was a pre-recorded video, so, you know, things could be AI, could be modified video, like, I don't know, you know, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it one of these days with one of my designs that I have in mind and see what happens, right? That's all I can do is see what happens. If not, what am I gonna do, waste a piece of fabric that I don't even use? No big deal. No big deal. So, for those of you just joining me, we're working on, this is basically part 2 of last week's Jolly Bar Flower Girl. So I'm just cutting these corners off. And just talking and whatever. And then I'm going to show you what to do next, because this is actually, I'm almost done. I'm a little more than half, whoops, wrong pile. More than a little halfway done, it looks like. And then after this is pressing them open and putting all the pieces together, because all the other pieces are already cut. I did that ahead of time purposely, because that takes about a good hour or so to do all these. 45 minutes to an hour, I think it took me, because I did it the night before I did my last live on purpose, because usually I just cut and I go as I go, but because this is a kit and because it had so many of this, so many of that, you guys didn't really need to see the cuts, you know. This allergy season is killing me. Killing me. So I keep like trying to clear my throat. So I apologize ahead of time for that. It's just really all in the back of my throat. It's like post-nasal, but worse. Because I have post-nasal, but now it's like even worse. This pollen this season is ridiculous. Anybody agree with me? Ridiculous. Excuse me. Almost done. Try and keep it straight as possible. Because I have in the past, if you don't cut this straight, you're gonna get a wonky then you'll have to trim more than you need to, and then your squares aren't gonna match, and it's a whole big mess. And because this is a kit, it kind of has to be a little bit more precise on how many, because I have a little bit of extra fabric, but in the green, I don't have any extra fabric. So they gave me just enough for the green. Like literally just enough. Where I had to piece a couple pieces together because, to be honest, it should have, oh no, oh well, given me, so I had to piece these two pieces together. So they should have given me a little bit more to work with, but they did not. I had to cut those pieces to get the longer pieces and then put them together. So a couple of them, because I don't have enough, like 2 or 3 actually don't match. So I'm hoping it doesn't look too funky. I mean, I like funky, so it doesn't really matter. If I would have known that from the beginning when I started piecing them, I would have just made them all mismatched. But yeah, I started piecing them before I put them in piles, and yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. So hopefully from afar you won't see too much of a difference. All right, clean up here on my cut thread. Trash bin over there. All right, so now I have all these pieces together. We're gonna make them from this to this, from these to these, to these. All right, so I'm gonna slide this over so it's in front of me. And this part goes rather quickly. They're not gonna go quite flat right away. We'll get that later. I just want to open them up. And they are looking so good right now to where it looks like I don't even need to, look, they're coming out so good. I don't even need to cut or square it off. That usually doesn't happen for me. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. See? A little patience with these blocks goes a long way. I will say these are one of my favorite squares to make. One of. There's actually a quilt that I'm gonna make. It's with using all half square triangles. Because for whatever reason, I love making half square triangles. Those are my favorite thing to do in the quilting world. Half square triangles. So I'm gonna try and make one with all half square triangles and see how it goes. I mean, I've seen it done before, but it looks super cool. But I want one. And that one I'll probably keep. A lot of these I don't keep. A lot of these go to a veteran center where I teach. So we have a big gala coming up in September. So we'll see. We shall see how it goes. And it's going to be auctioned off there. So I have a big, large quilt that I'm going to auction off there. I do not get